understand that notwithstanding the legal stipulations, extradition involves a lot of international politics, law and diplomacy. So it's not just a matter of, law. And there are two things, there are two extreme poles that we must understand. Number one, the advanced countries are playing a superiority complex, a superiority game. They feel that truly or not truly, that we don't have stable institutions here. To an extent, they may be correct. Our judicial system is weak. Our criminal justice system is shattered here and there. And they give this as their reasons for not extraditing fugitive criminals to Nigeria. That's one point. Then at the other extreme, you also find that sometimes they are not correct. They are not correct. Somebody like Umaru Diko, is he a political criminal? He's a thief. So we are saying that in deserving cases, they should be able to extradite common criminals to Nigeria to face trial and punishment. But because if they fail to do that, you will find that these common criminals will be hiding under our weak institutions. They will be hiding under the belief of the advanced countries that we don't have a good judicial system, we don't have a good, prison and all that, to steal from the public treasury and then run to those countries and take shelter. So my recommendations are as follows. Number one, there is a need to radically depoliticize the process of extradition, because extradition is necessary for the survival of the global criminal justice system. Like I said earlier, if criminals can just commit a crime in one country and run to another country and then nothing happens, then we're in trouble. So extradition is necessary, but it is important that it should be depoliticized. Common criminals should be extradited back to where they committed the crimes to face trial and punishment. But political offenders should be excluded as contained in the extant laws and treaties. Then secondly, we are saying again, we are also sounding a note of warning to developing countries that they need to distinguish opposing views from crimes. That you are not supporting me does not mean you're a criminal. If you are not supporting my government, if you don't believe in Nigeria, it does not make you a criminal. It doesn't. They should be able to distinguish between political opponents and criminals. This is very important because that is the reason given by most advanced countries for not agreeing to to honor their extradition requests. Then again, the advanced countries on their own part should stop playing the superiority game, because there are cases where common criminals take shelter under their claim that we have weak institutions to steal our monies and remain in those advanced countries. And you know what? Their economies benefit from the stay of those criminals there, because most of those monies are stashed abroad in foreign banks. So if they send them back to Nigeria, they might lose those monies deposited in their banks. So these people, so what we're saying is that they should be truthful. They should differentiate between political offenses and common criminals. A treasury looter is a common criminal. And if there's an extradition request, send him back to face trial and punishment. But when it comes to the case of people who are holding divergent political opinions, that those people are not criminals. And if the government becomes too hot on them, they can run to another country for safety. You don't need to extradite them. That is the third suggestion. Then the other one is that the United Nations should become more proactive. You know that international law is mostly persuasive rather than coercive. I started this lecture by telling you that if your country is invaded by another country, you are not too sure of who to call. Unlike when you are attacked by a criminal within your country, you can call the police, isn't it? But if your country is invaded by another country, you may not know who to call. So we are saying, I am suggesting in this paper that the United Nations should become more proactive by sanctioning people that engage in extraordinary rendition, like Nigeria. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, that is extraordinary rendition. That should attract sanctions from the United Nations. Then again, They should also sanction advanced countries who unnecessarily, out of I am better than you attitude, refuse to extradite common criminals to developing countries. By so doing, we will be able to balance the global criminal justice system. Thank you very much.
Hello.